Thank you very much, Gina. It is the time for the stock market report today, 28th July 2021. It's a very hot Wednesday.
Yes,
and
very hot.
and the market, the buying and selling at the end of the day, the bulls took control of the market, though slightly. So reports. The ASI, which measures the performances of all the quoted equities on the NGX platform, closed in the negative territory after losing 0.03% to close at 38,791.03 basis points. At the end of business today, total volume that the exchange hands was 237 million units. Exchange hands valued at about 1.88 billion naira in over 4,224 deals. Moving on straight to the sectoral performances. NGX 30, like we've always said, that measures and tracks the performances of the 30 most capitalized and liquid equity on the NGX platform, also closed in the negative territory, losing 0.08%. The banking sector was also negative, 0.96%. Of course, that could be attributed to the recent CBN pronouncement that we saw Monday and Tuesday. The oil and gas was positive, adding 1.68%. Consumer goods was also positive, adding 0.11%, while the industrial sector was flat. Insurance also closed in the negative territory, losing 0.88%. Moving on straight to the Gadas chart. Topping that chart is Capital Hotel, which added 9.85% to close at 2 naira 90 kobo. Closely following Capital Hotel is Oando. That company has been in the news for the good reasons. They've been able to settle their issues with the regulators, and we are seeing renewed investors' interest in the shares of Oando. Oando added 9.81% to close at 5 naira 26 kobo. Following Oando is BOC Gases, which added 8.88% to close at 9 naira 20 kobo. FTN Cocoa, operating in Ibadan, also added 8.16% to close at 58 kobo. So you can see there's also a renewed interest in the shares of FTN Cocoa. I'm sure Nigeria are really going back to agriculture, and we know cocoa has been a major cash crop even in the early 70s up till now. So it's just a renewed interest, and the government should put more interest in that sector of the economy, agriculture. Livestock feeds, also in the agricultural sector, gained 4.8% to close at 2 naira 40 kobo. On the decliners chart, topping that chart is Triple G, losing 10% to close at 90 naira. We also have Chip PLC, losing 10% to close at 54 kobo. Famadeco was also on that list, losing 9.92% to close at 1 naira 9 kobo. We also have Regency Insurance losing 6.82% to close at 41 kobo. Making that list also Eternal Oil and Gas, losing 6.58% to close at 7 naira 10 kobo. Other equity that made it on that losers chart, we had the likes of Vitafo, UBA, and of course Access Bank was also on that list. Like we said, the pronouncement from CBN, of course, affected some of those banks. In the news, Total Nigeria holds an extraordinary general meeting for name change. Total wants to change their name to Total Energies. You know, the French energy giant has been doing quite well operating in Nigeria. Also in the news, Dark Communication emerges from a loss to making over 180 million profit in Q2 2021. 21. That is a very good improvement, so investors can begin to take position in the shares of that communication. Alex, that's Aluminum Extraction Company, also grow profits by over 20.02% in Q2. We also have Livestock Feeds lift profit by over 180% to 161.4 million in Q2. So we can see that the second half of the year looks very bright as all these companies begin to post their earnings numbers to the market, and of course investors will react to this positive development, and we're going to be seeing renewed interest in the equities market, and that we advise investors to begin to rebalance their portfolio, review their portfolio, evaluate it, revise it, do the selection, so that moving forward they will take advantage of the positive development in the equities market. But at the same time, we must say the government has a lot of work to do in making the investing environment enabling to attract domestic and of course foreign investors. So my advice to investors will just be understand your risks and try to quantify the returns you want to get from the risks you have been able to quantify. And moving forward, you are going to be having an improvement in performance in the capital markets. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Charles, for that